Anytime I get anywhere near this concrete over my shoulder, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a Crush City Mayor swim bait on a jig head. We're gonna see a lot of this today. They're also probably gonna mix in some of that Ned BLT for some of these potentially spawning smallmouth, but I'm gonna say that a swimmer is gonna take the W below Wilson Dam today. That's my pick.
That's a good choice. And you know a lot about the river, but one thing about me, this is my, I don't know, third year doing this, these bait picks. I think I've gotten every single bait pick right that I've ever guessed. I will say though, this is the one I'm a little nervous about. The weather's a little colder than I thought, but I'm going the 5-inch Ion Tilapia Magic right here from NetBait. I'm wacky rigging this guy. Look, I'm probably not gonna get a ton of bites until it warms up, to be dead honest with you. I'm probably somewhere up on the bank, getting some hand warmers, a little buddy heater. But when the sun gets up and it warms up, the fish are gonna move up. They're up shallow, they're spawning right now. They're just waiting on this guy to come swimming by. So will this be my 50th tournament in a row to guess the bait right? Probably so. Jason, what you got?
Well, I will say it is the second week in a row I've picked the same bait as somebody else. Last week it was me and Darian. This week it's me and Luke. And Luke, you went with the Mayor because it's a great bait to fish. I'm going with the Mayor today because we are actually with the mayors of Counce, Tennessee right here. And we're in Tennessee, believe it or not. I know it's the Alabama Bass Trail, but we're fishing Tennessee today. I'm going with the Mayor because it is the scope and bait today that we're gonna catch these smallmouth off the bed on. So we've been watching it already this morning, going to work. So let's see, at the end of the day, who catches them all.
Welcome into stop number 2 of the Alabama Bass Trail North Division, still on the Tennessee River, Pickwick Lake. It is going to be a chilly day outside with winds projected to be 35, 40 miles an hour. It's going to be bitter cold, but I bet the fishing is going to be hot. Let's get out on the water for the 13 fishing first cast of the day.
Ranger I've ever seen.
All right, it's the second stop with ABT North here on Pickwick. It's a March tournament, which means there's gonna be big ones biting. March on Pickwick, you always think of big smallmouth, but this is also the time of year when those 10-pound largemouth get caught too. Trapping shallow largemouth, and then you got the dam to dam fishing for smallmouth, and it's already happening this morning. Luke is up on the upper end, and a lot of smallmouth are being caught. Jason's down on the lower end. Smallmouth are already being caught, and we're here in the middle, and the fish is a little slower in the middle. We're gonna start this morning off on the Wilson Dam side with Luke Duncan and some fish catches this morning.
Caught up with one of our fan vote winners right here, the ABT champs from Wheeler Lake last year, Donnie Beck and Tony Harvey, up close to Wilson Dam, and we got a crowd up here this morning. There's Donnie waving already. They got one fish in the boat. He said they're gonna try to catch 4 more for us real fast. But kind of what we expected, a March tournament on Pickwick. You're gonna have a lot of folks turn left out of McFarland Harbor. And Donnie said right when we pulled up that the size, the first one they caught, is already bothering him a little bit. not the giant he wanted to see, but hoping to see them catch some big Pickwick Lake smallmouth that we all like to see here.
There's your 5-pounder. Sweet. Really solid fish. Nice solid fish going in the box.
Donnie Beck hooked up. Oh, big smallmouth. Almost jumped over the console of the boat. It jumped so high. There we go. Donnie Beck doing Donnie Beck things right there.
Alabama Bass Trail Television, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, by Crush City, Larry Puckett Chevrolet, and by Halo.
In 2009, it all started with this 721 Pro XP and a passion to build the best fishing platform in design, performance, and construction for all of our customers. Through the years, motors have changed. Electronics have changed. But the passion to build the best bass boat possible has not changed. Everyone at Phoenix believes we got it right the first time.
Hey guys, Pro Angler Dustin Connell here, and I get all my vehicles here at Larry Puckett. I travel all over, and I've got the 2500 diesel. I love it, tows my boat great, but if you're looking for any vehicle, an SUV, gas burner, or the diesel to tow something with, they've got it here at Larry Puckett. Not corporate owned, locally owned, and they'll treat you like family. Here at Larry Puckett Chevrolet, they let the customers do the talking.
When time is of the essence, Abby relies on Amphers to keep her on track. With Amphers, experience convenience, security, and the freedom to shop your way, no matter how hectic the day.
Hair doesn't just happen, people. If you know, you know.
Amphers, dare to be iconic.
She grew up fast. Will she remember these times and continue the tradition? You better believe it. Tell a new fish story with Garmin.
The splash of your paddle mimics the pelican as it drops down from above. As the calmness of the water washes away any lingering concerns, you listen to the tall grass sing of the surrounding beauty and how the best views only get better when they're shared. This is Alabama, and when you're here, you can take it all in.
I'm on boat number 140, Kyle and Cornette, and they are in a little sneaky little situation they got going on. Some backwater, motors all the way trimmed up. There's some cattails blowing in the wind.
Get a couple different schools of thought with our anglers. Some of them don't like to fish in a crowd, and some of them don't mind it at all. And you can see right past Donnie and Tony there, you've got Blake Hall and Jeremy Lamb. They just cranked up, ran up above, and making another drift down. Everybody getting along fine, but you've got to mentally, you know, when you fish around these dams especially, you've got to be prepared. You're going to see other teams catch fish when you may not be having the morning you want to have. Like that, I think Blake Hall's got one on. Blake's hooked up, Jeremy getting the net. Right on cue. Jumped like a big smallmouth. Yeah, that was a nice one right there. Blake Hall and Jeremy Lamb.
Got another one. Got another one. Not as big as that other one. At this point, we're just looking for 5. One in the box.
Fish on.
Hunter and Nathan Brewer, if they tell me they tell me where it's going down or how big a fish is, I definitely believe it. Of course, Nathan's won here many times over the years, but won an ABT here a few years back in March, and Hunter just came off a big win, had 30 pounds at Guntersville last weekend. So got Paw and the grandson out here in the Phoenix this morning, and Hunter told me this morning that it's tough. We've seen them net one from a distance. I haven't really got to talk to them. And you know, Jason, when you're up here in the horseshoe, I really hate to yell and ask, hey, what do you got? You know, everybody's trying to be as secretive as they can, even though everybody's fishing on top of each other. Yeah, so I'm just trying to keep my distance. It's a lot of fun being up here around so many boats, but it's also, you know, it's kind of chaotic. You got to be careful where your boat's at.
Well, Luke, good news. We got our first limit for what we've been covering today. I'm sure some other teams have got some good limits at this point, but this is boat 31. Got 5 fish for 16 currently. This is the team that actually won here last year, so boat 31.
Yeah, this is exactly what you're talking about. One of the situations where you're not going to be able to get conversations with the guys. The wind is blowing really hard now. We're right on the river, and you've got this, obviously they're fishing a bluff wall, so the wind, I feel like, is a little bit exaggerated right here because you've got, this wall is just catching it, and it's really windy. So he's laughing about the amount of wind and waves we've got going on. Well, they said that they had a lower unit went out, or I think he said that we destroyed the lower unit, so I don't really know. I didn't want to ask questions on that one. So he said they got a new lower unit put on. They wanted to fish shallow, but the water's all stirred up, just like, I guess they didn't see what they were, you know, looking for up shallow, so they're playing the bluff wall program, which is a pretty solid plan on Pickwick.
This portion of Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is sponsored by Yamaha, TH Marine, Thompson Tractor Company, and Piranha 02. There's more to come.
Remember those childhood dreams when you and your trusty cat could do anything? Well, now you're living the dream and experiencing the thrill and power of cat performance, technology, and value for real. Hey, those who give their best deserve the best. So invest in your business, invest in yourself, invest in a cat. The best machines you can own. Because your first cat shouldn't be your last.
Knock, knock. The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine in the afternoon.
I want to talk to you about Piranha 02.
This is the exact system that we are running behind stage in all of our tanks to keep our fish healthy and alive so we can get them back in the water.
Every dead fish costs you a lot of money. So I've been really impressed. It's an oxygen enrichment system that helps out, keeps these fish alive. Now lets you catch and release them.
Weight is the key in tournament fishing, so take care of it. Go to Piranha 02 and take a look.
The mountain is calling.
Give me the sunshine, give me a tune. Give me
Look at that freaking Bronco bug, baby.
Get up in here, come on! Once again, it's Billy Bill!
Welcome back to the Alabama Bass Trail stop number 2, Pickwick Lake. And when I think Pickwick Lake, I think one of the most diverse fisheries in the state of Alabama. One of the places you can come and catch a beautiful largemouth, but man, those smallmouth. One of the largest bass ever caught on the Alabama Bass Trail was right here. Logan Johnson, Jeremy Christian, a 1036 largemouth. It doesn't get much better than that. All right, now let's get back out on the water.
I do know out here on the river, just when you're just in the middle of it, there's no hiding from this wind. It is not that much fun. We did catch back up with Cox and Gottney and have not been able to talk to them about fishing at all. They're 30, 40 yards away from us, but it's just windy. Everybody's got their hats on, their hoods on, and just one of them days you put your head down and grind. That's a overused cliche statement in fishing, but this is one of those head down and grind kind of days.
I got Team LOB right here, little Trey Swindle and Sammy George. They've got one bass that they just caught. They made a very, kind of game time decision on where they were going to fish. They like to fish all over the place on Pickwick, and considering the fact that little Sam George had an emergency appendectomy about 4 or 5 days ago, they decided to not take the Phoenix into any waves whatsoever because Sam can barely idle without hurting right now. So they made the short journey to the Horseshoe.
We have caught up with boat number 91, fan favorite, Drake and Tyler. Guys, what'd y'all do? Just call everybody and tell them to jump online and vote for you guys? How'd that work?
Yeah, my wife, I think she called everybody she knows.
Your wife called everybody, that's good. Well, shout out to the wife.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us what kind of weight you guys got today.
We got right at 16 and a half right now.
Good deal. Y'all sneak in here after the wind? I mean, okay.
We started in here.
So you've been here the whole time? Okay. So this was the game plan then?
That's right.
Good deal.
Hooked up. Man, you talk about persistence. Fishing the same few rock piles over and over and over. It's making some noise. Ooh. Nice smallmouth. Taking his time with it. There we go. It's funny, Jason, when you're in a crowd like this and you look around, when somebody hooks up, all of a sudden everybody just starts to inch just a little closer. Everybody starts to do the dance. Musical chairs, that's a really good smallmouth.
Well, we done caught up with the boys today. What kind of weight we got?
Maybe 12 pounds or so.
12 pounds or so, okay.
We caught a limit pretty quick.
Yeah?
A couple of 3-pounders, but haven't really caught any real big Tennessee River largemouths yet. We caught a limit really quick.
That's good.
It was kind of good for us because it was a tough practice over here.
Yeah.
We struggled in practice, and we try to stay away from the dam too and not get in that mix up there.
Yeah.
So,
which is smart this time of year.
Yeah. Once you get away from that up there, this lake's pretty challenging just because there's no grass anymore.
Yeah.
And, a lot different of a lake than it has been in the past.
Well, you guys have done really well. I mean, like right over there, a few years ago, I remember that really well. That was an exciting day for sure.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I can see our fishing hole.
That's what I thought, yeah.
28, 29 pounds. No grass there now, it's a lot different fishing hole.
Yeah. It's amazing how this lake does change year to year.
Alabama Bass Trail Television, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Garmin, Amherst Federal Credit Union, Powerful, and by Mountain Dew.
It's gonna be hard.
Turn everyday spending into more fun. Earn unlimited 2% in rewards when you spend outside Academy. My Academy Rewards MasterCard, the official card of fun.
In the relentless pursuit of domination on the water, one name stands above the rest. TH Marine's Atlas Jackplate. The power behind champions since 2007. The driving force that propels you to victory. More winners choose Atlas. For the fisherman who demands the best, Atlas delivers. Because every move counts. More winners choose Atlas.
Research and development is more than just time in the shop for us. It's time out here. Sweating the details. Making boats that work as well in the real world as they do on paper. From our R&D team to our anglers on the water, we have the knowledge and passion to build you the finest fishing platform in the world.
Some things ain't worth keeping. Yesterday's traditions, today's adventures, tomorrow's memories. Now that's something worth keeping. Fish Alabama and find your keeper.
For more information, visit fishalabama.org.
Up next, boat number 9, Lee Pitts and Steve Engel. What's going on? How are we today? New leaders, 5 that'll go 18:32. Not bad on a windy old cold day on Pickwick.
I tell you what, we took off this morning in that wind and that cold weather. You wake up real quick. You get up real quick. We had a good day out here. Practice was not real good, so we just kind of swapped some things up. Had one cranking hole, pulled up on brownfish, got a limit, and then through the rest of the day we got up there tight, got to flipping and started kicking them out. Lost one big 5-pounder that would have helped us, broke another one off and had nothing jump, but hey, we're tickled with this.
Bill Mayo, Walt Roberts, 5 that'll go 21:44.
All right, guys, y'all been here before. Just took the lead. Was it all browns or one largemouth?
We had a largie.
Yeah.
Yeah. We caught it on up in the day. Just luck threw out the front of the boat. Caught the big smallmouth right off the bat. We caught 3 real quick, and the bite just died when the sun popped up.
Like, here comes some more liars right here. Look at them. I bet they said, oh, we ain't going to catch them. And then look at this. Hunter, Betts, Roman, Calvert, new leaders, 5 that go 23:22. Liars. Look at them. Did you tell somebody it was tough in practice?
Man, we had the toughest practice of our life.
Of course. I knew you were going to say that.
A lot of people said 23.5 is going to win. Do you think y'all are going to be able to get it done?
Oh, absolutely not.
Absolutely not?
Absolutely not. No, I think you'll see a 30 bag late in the day down river somewhere. We spent 3 days down there and looked for them, but you could see them, you just couldn't get them to bite. But somebody around here will know how to go get them to bite.
A team that knows this pond well, Jade Keaton, Greg Diggs. Watch it right here. New leaders going to do some heavy lifting. 23:60. Your new leaders, Jade Keaton and Greg Diggs.
All right, guys, y'all just took the lead. You think it's going to be enough to win?
I really don't. I mean, this place is unbelievable.
cold front that came in yesterday, the largemouth were not cooperating today. So it was, I mean, they bit, but not the same. So I'm actually kind of curious this far in that's leading it. So it'd be nice. I don't think so, if I'm being honest.
All right, 5 right here that are going to shake things up for the Isons. 23-71 new leaders. And the hits keep on coming. How'd you catch those?
We caught most of them flipping and throwing a swing head. We were catching pre-spawn fish coming in. And in that biggest one I had marked and practiced. It was on a bed, and I caught her this morning.
Winners a couple years back at Smith Lake. The ABT North, Craig Grubbs and Matt Ferguson. I'm hearing we're going to weigh a big one.
Hey, that brings back memories.
No doubt about it. I remember that. Oh, boy. There just seems like fish sticking out of that bag everywhere. And guess what they are? Craig Grubbs and Matt Ferguson blowing the doors off this thing. 24-87. 24-87. They said we would like to win a couple of these ABT Norths. Well, that's all she wrote here at Pickwick for stop number 2, the Alabama Bass Trail North Division, presented by Phoenix Boats. And we've got 2-time champs right here, Craig Grubbs and Matt Ferguson, 24-87. You described this as your home pond, and you finally got a win here, a big one, and it is not easy in this crowd. How does it feel?
Great. 2-time ABT winner sounds awesome.
We don't have a lot of multi-time champs out here. That's not easy to do.
Every day, every time we blast off and I hear previous winners on the ABT, I love it. So now we get 2-time winners.
Tell me how you got it done here on Pickwick, because we got thrown a curveball by Mother Nature. It was 80 degrees 2 days ago. You got frostbite on your sunburn today. How'd you catch 24-87?
We caught them basically on the flats leading into the spawning pockets, especially that big one he caught. It was on just a staging spot right in front of a spawning area. Only one we caught, but it was the right one.
You said you caught that one cranking, a 740? Yeah. Mountain Dew Big Bass.
We've stopped and looked at that school 3 times this week, and the school has been there till today, and there was one on it, and that was...
No kidding.
Yeah, so that hurt our feelings a little bit. Usually when there's fish like that there, you're fixing to smoke them.
Guarantee it.
That one was enough.
And you said when you won Smith Lake a couple years ago, I remember on stage, that it was a surprise. You've been catching spots in practice. All of a sudden, big largemouth swim in. You take the win, but you said practice here, you kind of expected to have a good one today.
Yeah, we had a really good practice. We thought we could bring 5-pounders in.
Well, you got really close.
We got close.
24-87.
Yeah.
Congrats again. We appreciate you guys fishing with us and being 2-time champs. Nobody will ever take that from you.
No,
we have a feeling you'll probably get another one. Up next, we've got the ABT South at Lake Martin. We'll see y'all down the road.